Yeah, folks, the Team Clash game mode is here, and in this video, I'm going to take you through all of the pre-built decks, play a game with each, let you know which seem like the best to me, and then I'm also going to go through and take a swing at some custom lists as well, seeing if we can't improve on these pre-built decks a little bit here and there, and play a game with each of those so you get an idea of what this game mode is all about. And then, we'll keep an eye out on the data to see if any data has rolled in to showcase the actual best performing lists in the game mode so far. But here's how Team Clash works. You're going to select a favorite team. Each team has a new passive ability, in essence, a little bonus you get for playing cards from those teams. And each of the teams has 6 core team cards. It has a new exclusive effect. So like the Hulk is no longer just the Hulk. Captain America has a totally different text line, etc. And also, you can add extra cards to your deck that are part of your team, just not one of the redesigned core team cards. So the core team cards have that border, other cards will have the logo for the team, and then you can still add cards that are not a part of the team as well. They just won't benefit from those passive abilities, but might still be worth it just because their effect is so synergistic or whatever for your deck. And then there's pre-builts, and there's all stuff about the progression that we don't care about, but you guys can read if you'd like. So here's the deal. We're going to go in and play the pre-built Avengers deck first. This one, I'm not going to run through every ability of each new card right now, but hopefully as we go through the game, we'll talk through them. But in essence, they're all redesigned here along the top half, and then this is the addition to the deck, which I think this is actually probably the best pre-built, best passive, and I really like the accessory cards on top of the core cards as well. So let's go ahead and kick things off here with the Avengers. As you can see, their passive ability is after you play an Avenger, give one of your Avengers there +1 power. So buffs go a long way with this deck. There's like a lot of stacking free points. Searching for an opponent. Here we go. Prompts. We are Groot. All right, we've got Team Clash Hawkeye, which I'll try to read all these abilities for you if you didn't watch my previous video. On reveal, if you play a card here, next turn, +2 power. If it's an Avenger, repeat this ability here. So kind of a chaining Hawkeye ability. Now this is a Guardians deck we're playing against. This is the location for the Guardians. I'm gonna play into it. I think it only enables Mantis right now, maybe. I don't remember all the Guardians cards though. That's the hard part, is like learning the cards. Here, I guess we go for Okoye still. That's the Guardians location this turn. Now I'm interested, since Lemuria prevented these from getting revealed, I don't know if that will still, I don't think it'll buff them or anything, right? Yeah, it didn't. Okay, and we dodged the Drax. No doubling of that card's power. Nice.
Taking aim.
It did get a bonus point anyway for being played at the Guardians location, which we can also get points for, which would be really nice for something like a Captain Carter. She might really appreciate that anyway. Oh, Kamar-Taj. Okay, so yeah, for instance, Captain Carter, we can definitely just still play it here. That said, it is going to pull away from our Hawkeye, but we're going to get another point on Captain Carter. She's going to go to 4, which is really nice. We might activate their Guardians hit, of course, but we baited them. We baited them. They thought I was going to play on the Hawkeye, but I went to the Guardians location and they missed. No! The mind games are real. This is funny. Okay, yeah, curve-wise a little weird, right? But I like Kamar-Taj a lot. Even if I activate a Guardian card here, I do get 2 Avengers out of it, which is nice. Like, we're gonna be able to fill the curve. Everything's buffed by Okoye. They didn't have a Guardians hit anyway. Man, we are dodging these Guardian cards like madmen. I love it. It's really nice. Mjolnir's would be sick to hit too now, honestly, because Kamar-Taj is there. We want to support Captain Carter a little bit for sure. This could pull Hawkeye or Okoye, both of which would be fine. We're going to get 2 extra buffs there, 1 extra buff here on the Carter, and then I think we're just hoping we're strong enough right. I will say if I draw Mjolnir, it would be nice to have a space available right, but we might be big enough anyway. We may just say we don't care. This might hit their Gamora mid, but I do need to get a card into Carter, so I think I just kind of have to. Oh, never mind. No. No, it doesn't help if I hit Gamora mid. No! No, Gamora, you're so insane! Oh, I have regrets. Also, that's the bad hit here. I don't know if we can flip back left, dude. Nebula got too big. Oh, that Gamora is just insane, dude. don't think Hulk's gonna win, man. Oh no, guys. I think we're cooked. Jeff, I can move left, which does help, because I think left is gonna be easier to win than right. Or, excuse me, mid. We did hit a Mjolnir, which actually also helps. Oh my god, okay. Okay, this actually is gonna hold, I think. I think we're fine. The Gamora destroying the... I forgot she just straight up destroys the card. That's so insane. Do they win right, or can... Okay, that's just always 10 power. That's fine. Can the Mjolnir hold? Oh god, I don't know. Can it hold? What does that one do? No, dude, no, it holds. Mjolnir holds! Oh! Oh! So close, dude. Hulk's a monster at 17s. We know that's fine. Wow, dude. I forgot to review Star-Lord, by the way, in my Team Clash review. I don't know, I just, like, left this card out of the slides or whatever, but that's a really powerful effect, by the way, that we didn't talk about before. All right, so that's a cool first game. Let's go ahead and try out the next deck before we go in and do customs. I want to see what all the decks are like so we have some guidance, right? So now we're going to try the pre-built X-Men deck. See how this one goes. And we'll go through all the new cards again, hopefully, if I remember. But also, you know, you can just go in the game and look at them if you need to. That also works. Alright, so yeah, here we got Magneto and Sunspot in the deck. Sunspot is going to benefit from all the extra energy this deck can pull, because as our base ability is, you get +1 energy for each location where you have 3 or more X-Men. Team Clash Professor X, you get +1 energy each turn for each of your X-Men here. And then also Team Clash Jubilee, add the top card of your deck to this location, give it power equal to your unspent energy. So we do want a lot of unspent energy. Jubilee actually would be pretty good in Black Vortex, so let's stack up right for now for this Professor X. We want to hit some cheap X-Men. The opponent got a free Sunspot. Okay, they're also an X-Men, so that does benefit them potentially, right? Kind of good for them. We'll go Hope. I think Hope makes a lot of sense here. Very good card. Lots of extra energy. And an X-Men, of course. To me, my X-Men... Everybody else has, like, custom... Why is my portrait just the... Maybe because they're playing a custom deck instead of the pre-built, huh? That's probably why. The signal, I guess, that you're playing the pre-builts or not. Team Clash Jean Grey, which the next time you get bonus energy as the turn starts, draw a card. It's very powerful. Alright, Hope here, yeah. Next turn we'll have 3 X-Men right. So we'll have our first extra energy. But it is, you know, getting kind of already late in the game, unfortunately. I don't think Jubilee helps us here. We want to get a cheap playable card, really. Jean Grey. Yeah, this is fine. Sunspot will carry a little extra. I will say, like, unfortunately, we're not really benefiting a lot from Convertage right now, but that's okay. Ooh, Sarah, spicy. Not an X-Men. Not an X-Men, but still cool. Alright, so we now have a little bonus energy. It's not a lot still, to be honest, right? But if we go Professor X right, we're going to have a ton of bonus energy later. And we can maybe just do Nightcrawler left instead of the Jubilee, right? This is going to give us a lot of bonus energy. Jim Hammond can scale a lot. Do we want to put him mid? It's probably fine, I guess. I don't know, whatever. As long as we don't hit Destroyer left, I think we're going to be happy. They also go Professor X. They also have a ton of energy. Esme Cuckoo. Jim Hammond. Nightcrawler. Did we look at Nightcrawler's ability, by the way? Oh my god, it's a Giganto. We did not get to look at Nightcrawler's ability, but he basically can move. Big surprise, right? Big surprise. Dude, that's a strong Jim already. So if we go Magneto, what are we disrupting? Esme only. Yeah, that's really not much disruption. I think we just play Jubilee here and maybe throw in a Vibranium here. And then let the rest roll on Sunspot. I think I need to gain some points here. I don't know how many the opponent's going to go for with their Sunspot, but I want to be able to contest. And I think Jubilee left will hold because we have a ton of unspent energy, right? So I think this will be fine. Like, we have a good lead, and Jubilee can grab a ton of points here. Naturally, it's Vibranium, yeah, but hopefully the bonus points matter. 11 points here. Hope is fine. Sunspot's fine. No problems. Surge, they spit so much, their Sunspot right also looks fairly exposed, I would say. Nice. Okay. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah, all we needed, man. Okay. I don't know which of their cards are from the custom set and which were part of the deck. I kind of didn't process what was in the deck before we started. I think I went too fast. That actually looked a lot like... maybe they just changed one or two things, but we saw Esme, Sunspot. Oh, they had a Psylocke. So that was, I guess, a new one that makes some sense. Okay. So, next up, let's play the Thunderbolts pre-built. Thunderbolts ability, your Thunderbolts reveal with +2 power at locations you're losing. We'll talk about all the Thunderbolts cards as we go. Some additional stuff here, kind of a Affliction deck. But we want to be like losing locations early, and then pull those back and try to win with some big power swings is going to be the idea here. So, negative value cards down early could be helpful to help us get some bonus points. Opponent is playing that Avengers deck. Looks like the base version, too. So, Ghost costs 1 less for each location you're losing. Taskmaster gains power equal to your highest power Thunderbolts. Excuse me. Oh, bless you, Regis. And Sentry, add a -9 power Void to a location where you don't have a Thunderbolt. So, can use that to potentially activate this Viper really nicely. Or maybe just not get the Void if we have a bunch of Thunderbolts down. But I think I want to use the Void effectively here with Viper. She gets plus points, and the opponent gets a bunch of negative points first. So I'm a little sad they're not playing out early, right? The earlier they play out, the better. That said, Valentina can definitely go down to give us a spot we're losing. That's great. Her having negative power here is nice. We can kind of swing that back harder later. You get our discounts, etc. White Widow, sure. It's kind of fun. Ghost is already down to 1, which is great. I think we can probably just play it as well. I think it's fine. It will potentially pull me ahead left. But, you know, she's going to 8, which means she might go to 16 here, right? Is this after, or is this... She says they reveal, so I think she'll go to 16 here. Which is good. There's their Thor, so they drew another Avenger. White Widow, kind of against our plan a little bit, technically, but still cool. 16 power Ghost, I love it. So this is probably just our Sentry turn. I think we can put him mid, maybe. He is really, really good left with Taskmaster, though, I'll say. And you don't have to worry about ordering with this Taskmaster. He just works. So maybe next turn is Viper plus Hulkbuster left, because Hulkbuster's insane in Shuri's lab. Just crazy good. Opponent hasn't done a lot just yet. Oh, going hard right to remove that White Widow's Kiss. I don't like how many cards they have here, though, because this makes my Viper very exposed. Are they going to just go ahead and like, follow up hard here? I mean, they might just want to play, like, an Iron Man, though. They may not have 2 cards. Oh, but now, see, like... Oh, dude, Viper looks really not good here, man. Maybe we have to Viper mid. Perhaps it's just Viper mid. I think there's a good chance they just go ahead and commit to that. I think we just Viper mid and play Hulkbuster here, and then Taskmaster... mid, potentially. This means, you know, we're not getting any more bonus points, but hopefully we've got enough that we think we don't care. I just think you can't risk it here with a Void. Just like they know, you know. Oh, Vision, though. I think they... Do they just have to leave that Vision there? I think so, right? I think you just leave the Vision there. I'm so strong left now that I think we probably even beat Hulk. The Hulkbuster here is just so effective, right? Like, Hulk shouldn't be a big problem. Oh, Winter Soldier is great, but I can't play it really other than here. No! No! I mean, I guess you do. It's just free tiebreaker points. I have to hope that we hold left. I think that scared them away, and they'll play Hulk mid, and Taskmaster will clinch it here with a 38 power Taskmaster. Remember, again, Taskmaster, just highest power, not based on timing. This you can only play at locations you're losing. So I think we'll be fine. how effective this deck would have felt right now without exactly Shuri's Lab, right? I don't know. I feel like we would have been in a tight spot. Like, Shuri's Lab's really helping out a lot, but I think without Shuri's Lab, I don't know. This Taskmaster would be a lot less exciting. We maybe could have forced a bigger Sentry. This does seem like a big Hulk commit mid, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. We're just too big. Oh, that's a gain power as well, which is cool. It's not even set. So we actually kept the base from our reveal being behind, which is cool. Which is interesting because we weren't actually behind until they moved their cards. It was only the act of moving those that made this work. We might have been able to win this game without Shuri's Lab with like Taskmaster right or something, because Winter Soldier was such a big flip. Like maybe, I don't know, if we hit a Sentry for 12 or something. It still would have been pretty tough though, I think. I don't think that was trivial at all. So next up we have the Guardians deck. All cards reveal with +1 power at the glowing location, as we saw previously. This has the 6 core Guardians and just some little other random stuff, I guess. Some extra on reveal hits, some big stats, I suppose. Beta Ray Bell, just like, you know, random Guardians team cards, I guess. Not a super obvious clear path line there though. Oh, Mantis is 0. Was she 0 when we reviewed her? I feel like she was 1. Oh, we're both Guardians. Oh, sick, dude. All right, well, I don't even know if we like care that much about these both hitting, you know? I don't think we care that much. So Rocket, if your opponent played a card here, draw a Guardian, give it +2 power. And Mantis, if your opponent played a card here, give a Guardian in your hand -2 cost. Okay, we hit the important one, which is Rocket. That's really nice. I think drawing a card here is great. Power's great. Mantis is big. Opponent is playing Guardians, but has a Meek in the deck. Is it a discards Guardian deck? Wild. Man, this is such a powerful effect. I don't want to, like, lose it. Nebula mid's kind of interesting, right? It's like, yeah, Jotunheim's gonna debuff her, but hopefully the opponent doesn't play there and she scales up anyway. Ah, we dodged their Star-Lord. Nice. Very, very important hits. Okay. I like it a lot. Drax here is really good left. Does the opponent go left? Or do they just go for Guardians hits? They might decide it's particularly worth it to go in Jotunheim to stop both the Nebula and to get the bonus. But at the same time, I don't know. They might just go right because they're scared of Jotunheim. I don't know. It's kind of 2 for 1. Oh, they really did just go left. Dude, what? Oh, Beast is cool. Okay, I like that. Beast bounce Guardians is very fun, actually. That's super cool. Jotunheim does not get turned off, okay? Scary. I guess we'll just go Beta Ray Bill here, right? And I think he goes, why can't I play Beta Ray Bill? There he goes. It was weird. It wouldn't let me pick him up. I think he goes right here. Just start stacking up a lot of power there. Gamora can maybe go left next turn if we have one of the spots there. You know, we're just getting a lot of free points off the locations. Dodging. Okay, nice. We both dodged our Draxes. That's pretty funny. But it did finally go mid. Yeah, we'll go Gamora left. Dude, is it doubled? Oh my god, do we get... It hit the same location twice. Does that mean we get doubled? Do we get +2? That's a good Star-Lord hit. Mantis misses, Toxin bounces. Okay, so less Jotunheim, but still... Oh, it does go twice! Wow, dude, she is shredding there. Really, really nice. And then, I think they just kind of have to play... Oh my god, it went twice again, dude. Don't they kind of have to play here? Can they flip right? You know what I mean? Like, especially if I don't play to right. I feel like it's so hard to flip right if I don't play. Because, like, Gamora can't hit, you know? I think that's the way they flip it. They might have their own Gamora here, but hopefully we just have enough points. And Star-Lord also buffing right as well really helps. Okay. Oh, the Gamora does hit. Oh, no, it is enough. No. Oh, it's a tie! She hit the worst target! But does it always hit the worst target? What does she say on her text? If your opponent played a card here this turn, destroy... Oh, it is lowest cost. So not necessarily lowest power, but lowest cost. Wow. Actually, so close, dude. Maybe we could have played mid, honestly. Maybe we could have supported mid a little better. It's funny that Nebula just chilling at 1 power, exactly where she started. I don't know, man. That was scary. That was close. Cool mirror match, though. That was actually a really fun mirror match. Yeah, that was really nice. Have we won every single game as our base deck right now, man? I'm like thinking the base decks are pretty good. I don't know. They don't seem that bad. So final team here is Spider-Verse. You get +2 energy if one of your Spider-Verse cards moved last turn. So we just want to keep things moving basically as many turns as we can, but you know, also have to keep the hand kind of full for that as well, I guess. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Sorry, checking my recording. It's only have one screen here on vacation, so it's always harder. So, Ghost Spider, I think we wait. This is basically a normal Ghost Spider, just a little bonus to Spider-Verse cards. Anti-Venom is also kind of an Anti-Venom, but it has resets if it moves, and then 2099 is very different. For each time your cards move this game, give +1 power to one of your cards. Okay, so Hospice is actually nuts with Penny Parker and the Spider. When it's playing Avengers, which we know well, they did not put these cards together. So that's interesting. Man Spider, of course, also insane, potentially mid. Stark Industries, huh? Okay, let's go Spider Penny Parker for now to get some ramp. And then I think you just go Man Spider mid, honestly. Just get that guy to be enormous. Play the kind of merge side of this deck, because it does have kind of both those sides in it, which is, I think, a little strange still, but... She's up to 13 already, man. This is going to be a monster Man Spider. I wish we were moving her, right? But I just want the man... Well, actually, hold up. I guess we can move her. It doesn't even matter. We can move her and then put Man Spider here. Yeah, okay. That makes 2099 a little bit better, right? Because now we've got a move in the pool, and we got plus energy next turn. So, yeah, no, this is perfect. Man Spider's great for this very thing, quite specifically. I'm sure that's by design, which is awesome. So next turn, maybe we go, like... Silk Madam Web Ghost Spider or something? I'm not even sure, really. Is this really doing the doubling here? I feel like this is not as big as I expected it to be. Oh, yeah, it is. It's gaining a lot more, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, yeah, Symbiote Spider-Man as well. Merge one of your cards here into this. Replace that card with a Spider-Verse card from your deck. Is that worth doing as well? You could do like Silk, Madam Web, Symbiote Spider-Man here, or do you just do Symbiote Spider? I mean, I think the Man Spider's big enough, right, that you just don't care. I think basically we're gonna set up to win left with like a Man Spider, a Symbiote Spider-Man, and just like, you know, a stack of stuff. And we'll have a lot of bonus energy too, so I think this should be okay. We don't want to have to contest right, because right's super hard. I mean, that said, they have like 17 power they can move out right now. It's crazy. This got so many buffs from Stark Industries, like, jeez. So my thought is, like, do this. Do... These are 6. You could actually do Craven, and then do this, and then do this, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty good, actually. The Silk will move out from the Ghost Spider. Will that let Craven move or not, actually? I don't even know. I don't know. But either way, I think this might be fine. Hopefully they don't just play a Giant Hulk left. Yeah, they did not play a Giant Hulk left. I don't think they ever contest mids. This must just be a... Oh, it cannot move the Craven. Okay. Silk is after. Well, that's a little sad. I mean, it does make the Craven bigger, but not enough to, like, win is the problem, right? Dude, we are barely winning left. This was not as strong as I thought. Oh, Silk comes back, though. That's good, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this only got 5 buffs. That was pretty weak, dude. I don't know. Pretty weak. Yeah, the Mjolnir there, because nowhere else to put it. Yeah, I don't know. That final turn just didn't feel great. I liked the Man Spider stuff we were doing a lot. I did not like this stuff we were doing so much. I mean, we did kind of miss some hits, I guess. This is my fault, maybe. I mean, we still won. That's good. Even if Silk had missed, though, we would have been at 16 to 15. We would have lost if Silk went mid. So, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I played that particularly well, but also it has looked like my least interesting deck, I think, in my opinion, so far. It didn't feel like the best deck to me always. All right, so I thought we might now try to do like a custom deck. I don't actually know how much better I'm going to make these, but this is the one I put together for the Avengers. I thought Black Panther had some interesting synergy with Doctor Strange, stuff like Viv and Iron Lad, you know, just more buffs on things you care about, which is nice. Like, you're just kind of stacking up buffs here while still being Avengers cards. So let's give it a go with this slightly tweaked variation. The crazy thing is like I think all the pre-builts are like pretty good. I'm sure some people will come in and like bust it open with some really optimized decks and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that with just one attempt or anything. And I have to say, like, I don't know, the pre-builts don't feel. Sometimes you feel like these decks have been like intentionally gutted a little bit so they're weaker than they should be. I never felt like that was the case with these. These felt like they were all pretty competitive. So I don't know. Let's start with Hawkeye. And then we will probably just follow up with Doctor Strange already. We could try to save this for the Black Panther like I talked about. But I don't have a Black Panther right now, so that feels a bit premature. I think just keeping the Hawkeye chain going makes him really, really big and cool. And that's fine. Like, he can actually get surprisingly large here. Oh, we're also playing to the Guardians. I didn't even realize the opponent's Guardians. I gotta pay attention to that. I'd have accidentally enabled some Guardian hits. I don't think Mantis is too scary. Like, energy is not that valuable probably to that deck. Like, a little, of course, always, but not crazy valuable. Hawkeye, I will say, is a prime target for Gamora to destroy, so we need to be careful about Gamora timing. Like, it could literally be this turn even, you know? So we want to be careful with that. We did hit the Black Panther, unfortunately. It's annoying. Aunt May's is also really scary left. Like, do you just double down on Iron Lad and hope it's enough here? I don't think it's enough. Maybe if you get a Mjolnir, it could be enough. Gladiator is gonna hit Okoye. Sure, that's free. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't hate it. I like Okoye a lot. Buff Vision actually is a fantastic follow-up left. Okay, excellent hit. Excellent hit. Because now we get to keep developing Hawkeye. I will say, you know, there is still a chance of Gamora at any given moment because of that discount from Mantis. But, you know, hopefully they're more incentivized to go to the Guardians locations. They might also realize, though, that Hawkeye is just a reason for me to always play here and just keep going left, you know? Gamora? It's Beta Ray Bro, not Gamora, okay. Alright, this is definitely feeling like Black Panther right to me. I think we chill on the Vision for a turn. This might be the turn the opponent wants to Gamora left. But we say, nah, no Gamora left. Chimichanga okay here? I'm thinking I'm going to just play Hulk left next turn. And then hopefully even if they do Gamora the Hawkeye. Gamora? Oh, nice. We dodged. Nice. That's really important. I feel like Gamora is the absolute linchpin of that deck, so that's really nice. Okay, so now we'll just, like we said, move Vision out and move Hulk in. And actually, is Iron Man just better, I guess? I mean, Hulk is what, 19? And we're going to be at 16 and 20 will be 36, so 35 to 34. So Hulk is big enough, right? He's actually bigger than Iron Man, yeah. 36 even, I think, with the Avengers buff here. Okay, that should hold, right? I don't need to get test right, I don't think. They're locked in here, so. Yeah, nice, dude. Dodging the Guardians helped a lot. Okay. Yeah, good enough, man. I don't know. Like, I don't, you know, we didn't really see enough of the cards I added, but, like, Vision felt better than Iron Lad, you know? Black Panther felt good, but not crazy or anything. I don't know, I feel like so much of the deck's identity is tied into the core cards, and, like, they're actually pretty powerful effects. It almost feels like your next 6 cards aren't that crazy important so far. I don't know how to make these decks that much better, you know? Like, here for the X-Men deck, if we edit this one, I think we want to keep Hope, Jim, and Sunspot. Like, those feel really, really smart. Like, Hope, Jim, and Sunspot. Sorry, I pre-built that other one, but I did not. You can filter by team here. So I think we want Sunspot, Jim. Where did Jim go? I thought I just had Jim on screen. Oh, Jim's not actually an X-Men, is he? Oh, interesting. Yeah, probably still worth it, though, like we said. So let's turn off the X-Men filter. Let's find Jim. Wait, really? Wait, what? Where do I find... I don't know what happened. It wanted me, like, select an energy and then reset. Anyway, I need Jim. Okay. And then are there any other like energy cards in particular that really jump out at us as like being super valuable? You know, like I don't think Wiccan, for instance, really makes much sense. Fallen One seems a little hard to work with, right? We did see the opponent running Psylocke, which I think she's like cheap, which I like because that helps. You know, I felt like maybe we wanted to get some stuff down a little bit earlier, like 2s and 3s. I do think makes some sense. And then is there any X-Men specifically stuff in the kind of 2 to 3 range that we think adds a lot to the deck? I mean, looking at it, right, it's like energy manipulation. Other than that, though, the cards don't really necessarily go together, you know, like Cyclops, the most energy you've had, so that does help with Psylocke. I don't think Wiccan hits consistently enough to be a Wiccan deck. Other 3 costs that could go in, just a random Gambit. I mean, I don't actually hate Esme. Prodigy, probably pretty cool to just copy some of these valuable effects, right? Like, you know, I don't know, copying a Jubilee seems pretty cool. Beast, I don't think makes a lot of sense for us. So I'm looking at Prodigy. I'm also thinking about maybe ways to spend our energy. We saw Legion in that base deck. Doesn't seem that key to me. We saw Magneto, which is a big, nice payoff for an X-Men. But I don't think, you know, the fact that he's an X-Men is really that relevant because you're usually playing him late, and then that's not really feeding into your extra energy, right? You want almost a way to like generate cards, which Esme does help you do. Man, it's like you try to make these decks better, and you just kind of like back solve right into the same deck they already had, which is kind of wild. I don't feel like I'm really doing much to make these decks better, so I guess we'll try this, but I think it's basically the same deck we just made. You know, 1 or 2 tweaks here or there. No Magneto, maybe, is the big difference, but did we make it better or make it worse? Either way, we're still getting a feel for how the deck operates, right? We only played 1 game previously, so this gives us a little bit more data overall. And then we'll make a judgment about the deck's power levels. Esme early? Sure, yeah, nice. Jean early as well? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Jean's cool. Drawing card does help you, of course, fill that energy rather nicely. So Wolverine, if you have unspent energy, destroy this or generate it with 3 power at a location you have an X-Men. So we'll do that. Next turn, we're probably not really going to have any unspent energy, though. So we'll probably just play Hope here. Oh, well, Hulks are still better than anything else, right? Like, all the other... Screw all the other stuff. Hulks are very good. I wish they were X-Men, right? But I don't think we can pass up Hulks. Jim's never going to get to 12. I think sometimes with Gamma Lab, I see people who are like, oh, yeah, I don't want to lose my Sunspot or whatever, right? And it's like, dude, your Sunspot's probably not going to 12, to be honest. Just take the Hulk, you know? It's fine. The opponent did match, though, which is terrifying. I don't know if I have a good way to spike extra power there. For now, Hope and Nightcrawler, though, seem fine. You know, I can put in, like, a Cyclops or whatever, but it's not a big card. This deck doesn't necessarily have a lot of big cards, either. Sunspot, in theory, could be one of my bigger guys to put here. But I only got 1 turn to do it, right? I think it's still going to be Cyclops, ultimately. Yeah, I think this is probably better, so I'm not... I don't know, I don't really want to get locked in, but I'm maybe not that locked in because of Sunspot anyway, right? I don't know. I'm kind of relying on Sunspot and Cyclops to carry here, and I don't know that's going to go too well. Sunspot's only getting, you know, 1 energy this turn. Oh, boy. That's scary. 14 already. Agony. Oh, Agony in the... I didn't see Agony in our deck last time, but yeah, that's pretty sweet. Prodigy. Yeah, I mean, I think it's literally just this. Sunspot for 10. and hope to God it holds. I don't know if it does. Dude, this Cyclops is nuts, by the way. It's a monster. I don't know, man. 10's shaky. It's really shaky. If Cyclops hold, or excuse me, if Nightcrawler holds, I feel very good though. If Nightcrawler holds, we're clearly gonna be fine, I think, right? Like that's okay. That went right. That's good. Yeah, Nightcrawler's gonna hold. Nice, dude. They were maybe taking a 50-50 on the Vulture, and then Hope and Right got there, given the Sunspot. And we did tie left. And one mid by 1 point. We'll take it, yeah. Again, I don't know. Prodigy didn't really feel like the right card at this stage. Again, the Cyclops and stuff just felt way stronger. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not saying the custom decks aren't going to be the best. They will be the best because you can just take the same deck and make it better. I am though saying I think the custom decks probably aren't going to be much better, if that makes sense. Now that said, on that note, I do feel like the Thunderbolts custom deck that I put together here does have a few additions that make a lot of sense, right? Like Annihilus is just another way to potentially follow up on your Sentry, your Hood, and Titania as well is a Thunderbolt. Now Annihilus is not, but Titania is a Thunderbolt. Titania also could be a way to like manipulate yourself into losing a position by giving the opponent some power. You could even potentially explore Starbrand as well in that space. I think Starbrand's kind of a cool idea too, but didn't go with Starbrand in this custom list. But Thunderbolts does seem to have more opportunities for like one at least key addition to the deck, and I don't think I really need Red Hulk in that deck as we saw in the pre-built version. All right, Hood. I mean, yeah, we technically don't want to get him destroyed, I guess, do we? We can already just slam this 210 Winter Soldier left, which is really, really sick. I mean, I guess you probably go Toxie first, though. It's pretty likely the opponent wants to play Right, because they like follow-ups, right? So I think we can put this here and stay behind Right. This is honestly already a solid hit for Taskmaster, you know? You might not need anything too much crazier than that. Oh, I forgot this is already getting buffed, though, too. Dang, dude. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, interesting. So this got the Toxie buff, and did this. Okay. So this flips us left. Mid, we might stay behind, and right, it looks like we're going to now be behind thanks to Oscorp Tower. So in a weird way, maybe helping us out here. Oh, a priority, though, Titania, you're not flipping just yet. Which is actually not a problem, that's fine. But just, opponent is going to maybe have some weirdness with this Titania anyway, because they now have so many cards. So, Sentry, we... specifically, remember, this is losing, not tied, so... I can put a Sentry here and just not take my Void if I want, and just get a big 11 power Sentry here, right? I think that's reasonable. The Ghost is like kind of weird because it's getting like potentially Ghost could just go up in cost here. I don't know. I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna take the 11 power Sentry for the Taskmaster. I think Ghost. Maybe goes back to 1 after this Okoye, well, for sure. And now it's super easy to flip mid because of Titania, right? Like, this is why Titania is so crazy strong. Now I just get to rip that Titania back in. Oh, never mind. Doctor Strange making plays. Throwing off the Titania logic here a little bit, man. Does that mean I now play a card here? For Titania, right? This, like, for sure holds left, doesn't it? We're getting 8 and 8. I mean, well, not for sure, but because of, like, Hulk and stuff. But it, like, contests super hard anyway. And then Valentina, like, if they play here this turn, they send Titania, and Valentina sends it back. If they don't play here this turn, I might have some weirdness with the Titania, to be honest. But I might be able to ignore it as well. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Okay, they do play there. That's good news, because that means I can now rip the Titania back. Jeff does mean they have a little bit of flexibility to play there anyway, but they might end up with I don't know, not what they want, basically. You know, if I can orchestrate the Titania back to my side, the Carter will be effectively like debuffed a little bit, right? So we barely have a lead left, which does mean like Hulk or Jeff is a flip. Dude, we gotta figure out this freaking Titania line. If they move Jeff left and play a Hulk mid, they're gonna send Titania to me. Taskmaster sends it back. Bullseye brings it back to me. But I don't think I'm gonna be big enough, right? I think I'm gonna lose. I think they just have too many points. I think Carter's too good. I think this is the right play to make, but I think they're too big. I only have like 12 on this, or 13 on this Taskmaster. I think Hulk's just too big, man. I haven't done the math on the Titania yet, but it just feels like it's not going to be enough. Oh, it's Iron Man, which is way better for us, actually. Oh, that's way better for us, dude. Yes, I think we're fine now. Nope, we're still not fine. But we tied left. Wait. The Jeff was a tie. I forgot he was so big because of Carter. Oh my god, dude. Iron Man was big enough. Wow. I mean, actually, Iron Man was so freaking big that, like, I guess, yeah. He was worth 20 points. I don't think Hulk would have been 20 points. I mean, you know, because of Carter's scaling buff. So we lose the tiebreaker, but it's close. It's 9-15. Dude, yeah, close game. Avengers just puts out points, dude. These Hawkeyes every time. I mean, there is an Ironheart in here, but like, look at these Hawkeyes, dude. Hawkeye's crazy good. The move with Hawkeye is so good, and I don't think it's something I would have done naturally, but was in the pre-belt, you know, and is that like my first loss, by the way? I feel like we barely lost. I don't know. So now let's take a crack at a custom Guardians deck. So for this one, I do think there are a few really, really, really powerful additions, like Jean Grey, right? Classic Jean Grey. Players must play here, which is guarantees your Guardians hit sometimes. Rocket and Groot really good at like manipulating positioning on the opponents as well, like discouraging them from playing there. Cosmic Ghost Rider is just an insanely powerful card, so a few tweaks there I think could really add a lot to this Guardians deck for sure. All right, nothing to do on turn one. Adam Warlock, another card that's about like positioning manipulation. I don't know if he's worth it necessarily, but I like it in theory. Opponent wants to go in Muir Island here always. I think we can rip the Star-Lord. People don't want to play in Great Portal, and they do want to play in Muir Island. And Star-Lord's certainly worth it to get the effect more than to get the Great Portal hit, because that is just a pile of stats, basically. Same thing for Rocket and Groot mid, probably, right? Is this going to be bigger than Gladiator for us on average? Probably, yeah. And Muir Island's nice, because, like, we know we're getting points anyway. Like, Great Portal, we don't need the extra points or whatever. It still hits for us. But it does, unfortunately, have priority, so I'm not hitting this turn. But, hey, Scarlet Spider, dude. We haven't even seen that ourselves. Jeez. Played so many games already. Alright, so Groot, I mean, I think Groot's fine, actually, to hit again, right? I mean, in this case, we can actually kind of dump hard. They are probably going to avoid Muir Island this turn. They are probably going to play in Panopticon. I don't care about the Groot here, though, because we just lose Scar, which we don't really need anyway. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to hit Mantis right on the Madam Web, and then just take the stats on Groot mid. I do wonder if you actually take the Rocket here to get even better hits. We don't necessarily need these stats mid anymore. Next turn, we can turn off the Madam Web with Cosmic Ghost Rider, which could add up to a lot of upside. We'll see, I guess. Oh my god, they dodged the Madam Web. What a juke. I absolutely did not expect that. Jeez, okay. Man, they are out of Muir Island as well now, which is crazy. Okay, merging out of that guy, sure. Silk back in Muir Island, sure. At least Groot gets a nice little bonus from the location 2. Scar, we don't care about. You're gone. You're out of here. You're an idiot, Scar. So Rocket's locked in, but now we just Cosmic Ghost Rider right, and I think they're not happy, maybe. Jean Grey, yeah, we've already played most of our good Guardians cards, so I don't know if Jean Grey is really gonna make the difference. I'm kind of hoping mid holds now, and then we can just, you know, dump some, like, Gladiator right and Jean Grey mid or something. Gladiator right, hopefully big enough with Rocket's help. They could move cards in, but still that would sometimes take like a Ghost Spider maybe. We might be alright anyway. Agony is moving Silk there. Symbiote Spider-Man, just stacking up a bunch left. I don't really think that's going to be scary to us. Oh, well, that's moving, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of scary, actually. Jeez, that's a lot of points mid, man. They have not used this Madam Web at all, by the way. It's just absolutely screwing me, dude. It's screwing me, dude. Now I'm thinking, like, might need to support mid a little harder. I don't know. I also don't want Silk to end up right, though, is the thing. Like, I don't know, man. I was initially going the other direction on this. If I pull a Spider-Man 2099, I'll kill it, but I would still give them a lot of buffs. So it's kind of scary. Thankfully they filled out, so we don't have to worry about it. Silk right, hopefully is not a problem. I guess they're moving it though, never mind. It's not a problem. Penny Parker is very small for that that merge. That's good. That guy's big. Don't buff mid too much. Oh, they pulled it right though. I think they're just going right now. Oh, they're so big right, dude. No way. No, wait a minute. It's a tie. No, we lose the tiebreaker. How many ties and tiebreakers have we had today? It's crazy. It's crazy work. That was a much better Spider-Man 2099 than we'd had yet, right? 11 hits on it. I think all the Silk moves were good. The Cosmic Ghost Rider there just didn't do anything. Kind of felt like a dead turn. I wish we'd had Gamora instead. That feels like a game where we didn't draw very well. Alright, so for the custom Spider-Verse deck, I thought maybe trying to go in more of a mass movers direction, kind of dropping that merge side of things, seeing if we couldn't lean into the Hydra Stomper and all that sort of it. I don't know if this necessarily makes the deck better, but at least it's a different direction to try. For our final game of the video, let's go mass movers Spider-Verse. So maybe a lot of extra energy here, and maybe just some big dudes off Stomper and otherwise. 2099 specifically, I guess. All right, Silk is good on 2, into Scarlet Spider on 3. We're not buffing this, but just using its move, hopefully, to scale up. Ooh, extra moves. Yeah, we'll take it, man. If we had priority here, we could even have caught an extra move, but we don't. Kitty Pryde buff for them. Ooh, Kitty Pryde X-Men. Interesting. Maybe like Hope Summers activations every turn, right? That's a cool idea. So +2 energy for us already is awesome. This feels like an anti-venom then, huh? I think we just float that energy on Ghost Spider. Like, we could get another +2. This isn't really the target you want to hit. You want to hit the thing that's, you know, activated by anti-venom specifically. So it'd be cool to get Ezekiel Sims off this, I guess. It being 0 would help, right? I think. It'd be cool. Hydra Stomper also pretty chill, though. I like it. Again, not a card that loves to move necessarily, though. Also one that doesn't really care too much about the reset stats, I'll say. Actually not really that important on its stat side of things. Maybe we still do just move it, though, because, like, it's fine. We're already looking at a decently sized 2099, although the Silk... How does Silk work with Dark Dimension? I don't... Is she trapped there forever? I'll find out next turn. I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll find out. This is not a Spider-Verse card, by the way, so it will not trigger our ability for 2 extra energy, just so you know. This is an Iron Man verse card or something. I don't know what it is. A what if verse card, I think. So we're going to wait on this guy. It's still only 2. Why does it feel like it should be higher? I don't know. I guess because Silk has just not done much of anything, right? Agony... I don't know. I'm going to have extra energy next turn, but I just don't have a lot of cards available right now, right? I don't know how Silk works here either. I think she doesn't move, right? She landed in, like, the worst spot. Otherwise, we'd have, you know, potentially 3 or 4 more 2099s or something than we currently have. So that's moving left. Okay, that's fine. Stomper getting a little bigger. Agony just solid points. Professor X giving them a ton of energy, of course. Hope giving them even more energy, of course. Wolverine scaling a bit, yeah. Staying there, that's crazy for Professor X. I get Symbiote Spider-Man, which I cannot play or activate, and indeed Silk stayed. Ugh. What a terrible final roll for us here, man. I don't don't know. This is still my least favorite deck. I don't know if it's just because I hate move. Doesn't seem that weak. Like, we've had some opponents put out good games from it, right? I don't think it's necessarily that weak. It's just, I think it's my least favorite, though. This could just come down to where Silk ends up, right? Because, like, Spider-Man is going to have only mid as an option. I guess Silk will potentially end up always... Well, no, not always left. No, it could. Sunspot didn't get much off the Jubilee here. Yeah, only 2. They played so many cards, they didn't have a lot of Jubilee buffs. Oh, God. So Silk can definitely win this if she goes left. Or Spider-Man even, I think, is tied. Spider-Man's tied. Did Sunspot go off yet? Oh, God. I also have the buff here, too. Hold up. Buffs might help. Oh, buffs! Buffs! Oh, the buffs, dude. That's all we needed. Yeah, he had some decent buffs. Okay, 5 buffs. I mean, again, worse than Kahori on average, but good enough, I guess. We even kind of competed mid, so... Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like we hit the best example of what this deck could do, maybe, but the problem is, like, there's a couple of these merge cards that don't necessarily, like, totally fit in, you know? Like, it's not bad, I guess, right? Like, it's not bad. They kind of each play to the move a little bit, but... I don't know. So anyway, those are the 5 decks. Some slight tweaks for pre-built versus custom. I don't think we made them notably better, though, to be honest. I think the pre-built decks are pretty solid. I don't think they had too many like glaring weaknesses or problems necessarily. So as far as how I would rank these, boy, it's so hard to say. I feel like Avengers did have that like solid, consistent baseline, but I feel like Guardians had some big plays, right? Like Gamora was making some big plays. X-Men was like better than I expected, but still kind of all in on 1 or 2 final turns. So I don't know. My rankings would probably be like Guardians, Avengers, maybe X-Men, Thunderbolts, Spider-Verse. But I honestly think they're all pretty close. I don't think there's anything like jumped out at me as like broken. Like last time we had the just crazy broken Black Panther deck in the Cosmic Arena. Grand Arena version, but this time, I don't know, everything feels kind of level, and the pre-builds feel kind of level too, so I don't know if you can go too wrong with this, and you might even be able to tweak these decks in a lot of ways that all feel slightly competitive, so yeah, I don't have any data on Untapped just yet, so, you know, maybe somebody will chime in with some data later, maybe me if I remember, but I'm on vacation, so that might be hard, but all in all, pretty fun little game mode, a lot of fun new cards and stuff to do and try, and I think some rewards in there too for people who want to get some new cards and so on. So anyway, share your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and I guess I will see you around.